Thank you so much for joining me today for the Joy of Christmas book tag. So you may have noticed that this is not actually the first day of Bookmas this year. Normally I start Bookmas on Christmas Day and then continue doing a video a day for 2 weeks. But this year I started it a couple of days early. The reason for that being just that I always upload on a Saturday. Christmas is on a Monday. It just kind of made sense. I think I might have done a similar thing last year, so there you go. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing something a little bit different this year. For the last few years I have done the Christmas Carol book tag, but this year I decided to switch it up a little bit because I feel like I'm starting to recycle my answers. So we're doing the Joy of Christmas book tag this year. I love to do a Christmas theme tag on Christmas Day because I just think it's a really fun way of talking about Christmas. So 8 questions for this tag. I cannot remember off the top of my head who created this tag, but the original creator will be linked in the description below so that you can go and subscribe to their channel, check out the tag, etc. But yeah, let's just dive straight on in. So question number 1 says anticipation. The Christmas excitement is real. What book release or releases are you most anticipating? I have a few of these for next year. I do have a 2024 releases that I'm excited about video coming out in this 2-week Bookmas period, but for the purpose of this question, I've got a few I'm going to talk about. So first up we have House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 3rd book in the Crescent City series. I have no idea what's going to happen. She threw us a bit of a curveball at the end of the 2nd book and I'm excited to see what's going to happen. Then we have The Lantern's Dance, which I believe is book number 18 in the Mary Russell series by Laurie R. King. This is one of my favourite series of all time. I absolutely love Laurie R. King's writing style. I love the way that she writes characters. I love the way that she puts words onto page. I think she's incredibly insightful and thoughtful in the way that she writes. Yeah, this is, like I said, one of my favourite series, but I haven't finished it yet. Partly because books are still coming out. I do have a couple that I need to catch up on, but I'm really excited for the next installment. Then we have Heartstopper Volume 6. So Heartstopper Volume 5 has actually already come out. I'm very excited. And I'm very excited because we all thought that Heartstopper was coming to a conclusion with volume number 5. But we've been told that there is actually going to be a 6th volume coming out sometime next year, which I'm very, very excited about. And then we have Silverborn, which is the 4th book in the Nevermore series by Jessica Townsend. This one I feel less certain about because we were told this was coming out in 2022 and 2023 and hasn't come out yet, and it's been put off until October, I think, in 2024. So I kind of feel like I don't actually believe it's coming out, but I'm very excited about it nonetheless. Question number 2 says, Christmas songs and carols. What book or author can you not help but sing its praises? I mean, all of the books that I have talked about already are mostly, yeah, pretty much all of them are series that are coming out. Next installments of series that are coming out that I'm really, really excited about, and I absolutely love all of those authors and the series. So any of those that I've already mentioned. One of my other favourite series is The Realm of the Elderlings by Robin Hobb. I talk about it all the time. I feel like BookTube talks about it all the time. I probably don't need to explain it to you, but let me just say, high epic fantasy featuring dragons that will break your heart, incredible characters, amazing world building. And then someone else who I probably talk about for quite a bit, but Jennifer Saint. Jennifer Saint has become a auto-buy, auto-read author for me. I have read Ariadne and Electra. I haven't yet got my hands on or read Atalanta, but I'm definitely planning on it. Jennifer Saint writes mythology, Greek mythology retellings, and she does an amazing job. I love her writing style. I love the way that she explores feminism and explores the actual humans involved in all of these myths. It's absolutely amazing. And yeah, love Jennifer Saint. I'll be back in a sec. Sorry about that. We were puppy sitting today and the puppy decided that he needed to go outside. Anyway, question number 3 is Gingerbread. What book or series has wonderful world building? So again, Robin Hobb, the realm of the Elderlings. Absolutely amazing world building, incredible characters. You really feel like you are there in the place, and I just find it absolutely amazing. Also, Patrick Rothfuss, The Kingkiller Chronicles. Patrick Rothfuss has incredible world building as well. Really beautiful prose, really fantastic descriptions, and just he builds such an amazing world. You really feel like you're there, you feel like you're in the story as it's happening. And finally, Brandon Sanderson. He has impeccable world building. He really has obviously thought out all the different beats of the story and mapped it out and everything, and he is really amazing at explaining where everything is and how it all fits together. Incredible. Question number 4 is a Christmas carol. Favorite classic or one that you want to read? I decided to go for both. So favorite classic is a difficult one. I have a lot of classics that I really, really love, but I decided to go with Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. It really is a bit of a toss-up between Sense and Sensibility and Pride and Prejudice for me as to which book is my favourite Austen, but Sense and Sensibility usually just slightly comes ahead of Pride and Prejudice for me. I love Eleanor as a character and Marianne as a character. I think they are really well written. I think they're really relatable. Not that Lizzie and Jane and Lydia and everybody aren't well written or relatable, but there's just something about Eleanor and Marianne that I absolutely love. A classic I really, really want to read, North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. I have been wanting to read this for a while and just not got around to it, but it's definitely something I really want to read. Question number 5 is Christmas sweets. What book would you love to receive for Christmas? So I actually have 4, and they are 4 books that I said to my friend Michelle, because we do a book exchange every Christmas. We suggest some books to each other that we could buy for the other one, and then we pick one of them. So it's a little bit of a surprise, but we also know we're going to get something we really, really want to read. So the 4 books that I gave her on my list were Inkblood Sister Scribe. I can't remember who wrote it, I'm sorry, but the title is on the screen, the cover is on the screen. Starling House by Alex E. Harrow, Atalanta by Jennifer Saint, and then finally Madam by Phoebe Wynne. Sorry if the angle has changed again, had to go and check on the dog again. Anyway, question number 6 is Candles in the Window. I don't really entirely know how that's specifically Christmassy, but I guess that's because I live in a summer Christmas, so I don't know. But anyway, the prompt says, what book gives you that fuzzy feeling? So I have 2. One you will be in no way surprised about. The other one you might not be expecting quite as much. So first of all, we have Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery. As you guys know, this is one of my favourite books of all time. I absolutely love it. I just find it so comforting, so heartwarming, and it's just such a beautiful middle grade story. The second book that I'm going to talk about is Legends and Lattes, which you have heard me talk about, but maybe not to the same extent. I just found this really fun, really easy to read, really lovely. It was all about coffee, and it made you feel like you are drinking a lovely cup of coffee. So I just think it's beautiful. I think it gives that warm, fuzzy feeling of, again, found family and finding your place, and just the enjoyment of a lovely warm drink and a good book, basically. Next question is Christmas trees and decorations. What are some of your favourite book covers? I mean, essentially most of the books behind me I happen to think are absolutely beautiful, but let me grab a couple off the shelf. So I pulled off the shelf The Binding by Bridget Collins. Look at that stunning cover. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Again, isn't that just incredible? Sorry, it's focusing on my face. The 10,000 Doors of January. Look at that book. They're just stunning. But yeah, basically any books behind me are going to be beautiful. And then the final question is Christmas joy. What are some of your favourite things about Christmas, and or some of your favourite Christmas memories? My favourite thing about Christmas is definitely just getting to spend time with family and friends, and that is also my favourite memories, spending time with family. When I was younger, we used to do a big Christmas thing with my dad's family, and I always loved that. It was always nice to be surrounded by family and just to feel that connection. And now these days we don't live quite so near everybody, but it's still really, we get together with my family and it's still really lovely. We also try and get together with Rowan's family as well, which is really nice, and it's just, yeah, it's all about family for me, really. Anyway, that is the tag. I really hope that you enjoyed the tag, and I really hope you've had a lovely Christmas day. Thank you so much for joining me today. I know it's Christmas, so thank you so much for taking the time. If you have any thoughts on any of the books that I mentioned, any of the questions, what your answers might have been, or you just want to say hi, Merry Christmas, etc., please do that in the comments below. If you'd like to leave me a comment but you don't know what, then leave me a Christmas tree because it is Christmas time. All of my social media details are listed in the description below, so if you'd like to go and follow me on any of those other platforms, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, like I said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you next time.